50, 45, there goes Davis. Oh my God! Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow! Oh my God! Auburn wins. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl in the most unbelievable fashion you will ever see.
All right, back in your lives. Welcome in, everyone, to a brand new edition of the Dream Wager, episode 483. Today is Thursday, December 19th, 2024. Big shout out to Dan the man. It is his birthday today. Man, we're getting old out there. Legend. Shout out him. Hope he's having a great day. But E, how you doing today? Cold one today, huh?
Yeah, it was a little nice, then it slowly got cold. So other than that, pretty good. Little traffic though. But other than that, we got through the day. We're here. Let's get into it.
Yeah, got a great episode for you guys. Recording this a little early so we could watch Thursday night football, but we got our whole slate, week 16. We got a doubleheader Saturday, 7 games in the early window, I think 4 games in the late window. Ugly game Monday night, but we'll talk about that one as well. College football playoffs start this weekend as well. I mean, Saturday is just loaded, kid. You got college football, you got NFL, you got Usyk Fury 2 in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia Saturday night. We got it all. And then we got 3 games on Friday in the NBA, kids. So let's start real quick. We mentioned with the Bucks yesterday, they won the cup. And then Dame Lillard, he agreed to a lifetime contract with Adidas. Lillard now joins LeBron James and KD and Steph Curry as the only active NBA players with lifetime shoe deals. Obviously, Curry with Under Armour / the Curry brand, Nike and LeBron with Nike. Kid, thoughts on him with Adidas?
Realistically, I think it was a great move for Adidas and Dame. Secure that bag long term. I know Adidas is going to take care of him because Dame has been with him, I think, 8 years now? Probably
Yeah, something like that.
So he's been loyal. He's been, true to Adidas. And I'm glad that they're taking care of athletes. So the fact that Dame, is he the first one from Adidas to get a lifetime contract? I think so.
Maybe.
I think he's the first player ever to get a lifetime contract from Adidas. So I like the fact that they're making those deals now. Lifetime deal. So shout out Damian Lillard. He's one of the greatest of all times. Hopefully he's able to get a ring, before he's all said and done. But we can't acknowledge Damian Lillard has had an amazing career thus far.
100%. So shout out him. He did secure the bag as well. So a nice couple days, a few couple days for him. Speaking of that, Asia Wilson, 3-time WNBA MVP, 2-time league champion, signed a 6-year contract with Nike. It's the richest shoe deal for a women's basketball player as well. She joins Caitlin Clark and Juju Watkins, shout out USC as well, and Liberty, Sabrina, and Ionescu as well. So, these people are out here getting these contracts with the shoe deals.
Yeah, and that's another thing. That's good for Wilson and the WNBA and Nike because we've seen the first of all, WNBA is in the rise. The sport is getting more popular, and it's good to see the best player in the game get rewarded. And I think shoes will sell. And at the end of the day, Jay Wilson is going to be the face of the WNBA.
She's already the face.
Yeah, for the next, I'm gonna say she still got a couple
5-6 years.
Yeah, I'm talking about like 25 and like what she's averaging now. So she's the best player in the NBA, and I'm glad that she was able to get that extension.
Now on the other side for NFL, we got some news, some help coming for Kansas City. Not Rashid Rice, but Hollywood Brown. He is active for this game against Houston on Saturday. It's a big-time help for Kansas City. We'll talk about the game in just a little, but this is exactly what Patrick Mahomes needed.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great addition, but how soon is going to be impactful? Are we going to see like a Deontay Johnson situation in Baltimore? Are we going to see him step in right away like D-Hop did and get 2 touchdowns game 1?
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see how they get him involved. I'm sure Andy Reid is going to dice a few plays up just for him, but if it's going to be a slow start or is it just going to be Hollywood Brown, he's gonna be, possibly wide receiver 1. We'll see.
A few hours ago, Andy Reid had a press conference after practice, and Patrick Mahomes has been a full participant all week dealing with that ankle injury, and he did announce that Patrick Mahomes will start. We said on the recap show last week, they opened up as a dog if you wanted to take him, which we said you should. Now the line is flipped. They are the favorite right now, so might be a lock. Little tease, but might be a lock for me. And it just keeps getting worse and worse for the 49ers, kid. After losing Christian McCaffrey, Jordan Mason, and Elijah Mitchell to season-ending injuries, 49ers will now be without Isaiah Gerardo this Sunday for Miami. He's dealing with a hamstring injury. So that is not just 2 or 3. That's 4 running backs they are out with.
I don't know what is going on in San Francisco, but Kyle Shanahan is gonna find the next man up, and they're gonna have. I'm not gonna say a successful running game, but it's gonna be better than what we think is gonna go out there. Though realistically, for the running game we saw for these past few years, even before Christian McCaffrey for San Francisco, it's just all the greatness we saw. Now, just straight injuries this season. It just sucks, man. If you're a 49ers fan, this season went to shit, and the running back room is just injury after injury after injury, which sucks still. So
what's going on in that locker room?
I have no idea. I'm gonna blame the grass. I'm gonna say it's the grass
or the turf.
Something. I don't know what it is still, but that many 4 starting running backs out.
Yeah, and not just out for like a week or two. They're out for the season, kid. Yeah, it's a tough one. Speaking of people that will be out, running back Alvin Kamara has been ruled out. He's dealing with a hamstring injury as well.
That might be a season-ending injury as well. 3 weeks left. You're out of contention. Might as well shut it down. Alvin Kamara, he had a great season.
It's not a hamstring. Excuse me. I wanted to correct myself. It's a groin injury, and you're right. Adam Schefter did say, but it is possible they do shut him down for the season as well.
If it's a groin, why not just shut it down? Let him rest. Let him come back next season.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I mean, that's such an ugly game. They're 14-point underdogs. I mean, Spencer Rattler was named the starter for Monday night. Taysom Hill is done for the season as well. So
Carr's out.
Carr's injuries this year, man.
I know, man.
Also, we did get news as well. George Pickens has been ruled out, hamstring injury. He's been ruled out, but good news for the Steelers. TJ Watt is expected to play against the Ravens. So just wanted to give you some updates before we give you our picks. But kid, any other news that I missed before we get into these plays, kid?
Nah, dude, that was about it. Alvin Kamara, to me, it hurts personally just because I'm about to go on a playoff run, and I lost David Montgomery and Alvin Kamara same week. So emotionally, I'm hurting.
How you doing in fantasy?
3 leagues made the 3 leagues out of 4 made the playoffs. One league had a bye week. So
okay.
I would have said I'm live for 2 Super Bowls, but after those injuries, I'm gonna say I'm live for 1.
Okay, hey, as long as we're alive for 1, kid.
Yeah.
Good luck to you in that. Kid, that's about it. All I got. So before we get into our Week 16 plays, a quick word from our sponsor. We are brought to you each and every episode by Viva Tequila Seltzer, the most refreshing hard seltzer on the market, hands down. There's no wonder why Viva was voted #1 hard seltzer in the world by San Francisco World Spirit Competition. With only 88 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and a light 4.5 ABV, Viva is the perfect drink for your post-game celebration as it was created with that active lifestyle in mind. We flavor tequila seltzer because flavor is the spice of life, and we like our drinks with just a kick, just like how we like our lives. Whether it's Huckleberry playing around a golf with the boys or watching the college football playoffs, it doesn't matter. Our favorites pair perfectly with that Artisanal Blanco tequila for that subtle and refreshing drink. Our belief here at the Dream Wager and at Viva is to live long, live well, and live it up. All right, kid, let's get to it. Week 16, it's here. We're recording this a little before Thursday night football between the Broncos and the Chargers. We got 2 games on Saturday. We have 7 games in the early slate. How many games do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4 games in the late window, and then we got an ugly game on Monday Night Football. I feel like a couple ugly games, if I'm being honest, on this week's slate. There were some games I really liked, some games I really wanted no part of, and I was like, damn, I'm really on a betting show because I really don't want to give out picks for some of these games. But we will bite the bullet, kid. We will start 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock Eastern time here on the East Coast. Kansas City Chiefs hosting the Houston Texans. Like we mentioned, Kansas City opened up 2.5-point underdogs at home. Line has completely flipped. They are 3.5-point favorites now, minus 174 on the money line, plus 146 for Houston. Total at 41.5. Kid, I would be lying if I said I didn't have a ticket for as plus 2.5 for the Chiefs. So with that being said, I want to hear what you have.
I'm gonna be honest though, this is a hard game to come by because no doubt, no ifs, Kansas City is clearly the better team. But ATS still, they haven't been a covering machine at all this season. So that's where I'm going with that. I'm a little concerned about the 3.5. I will lay it. Don't get me wrong. I will lay it. I don't trust Houston. I'm on record saying Houston are frauds. They are frauds, in my opinion. Still, am I gutsy enough to lay the minus 3.5 with the Chiefs? I'm not sure if I'm gonna get there, but I lean that way. Dill. No official play for me. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna stay away from this game just because I don't trust either side enough. Don't get me wrong. Chiefs, like I said, Chiefs are the much better team. I'm not no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I do think they will win the game, but to cover the 3.5, nah, Dill, I'm not gonna go there. Do I trust Houston to cover the 3.5? Maybe at home, not on the road. Dill. Give me Kansas City Chiefs minus 3.5. Maybe I'll talk myself into the play come this weekend. But as of right now, heavy lean Chiefs.
Yeah, like I said a little earlier in the show, Patrick Mahomes was full participant. He will play here on Saturday. Kid, I love the Chiefs here. We've seen Mahomes play on this bad ankle in the Super Bowl again. Love him. Might be lock potential. We've seen him play on a bad ankle in the Super Bowl and dominate. I'm not really worried about the injury. He was a full participant all week, and I think the Chiefs defense is going to show up against the Texans offense that I just really don't trust, if I'm being honest. Plus, the Chiefs are getting Hollywood Brown back, like I said, so that should help the offense going. So I love it here. I think they're going to be the more physical team. And Texans, we've said this for what, about a month, 2 months now. We think they're a little fraudulent. At least I do. Defense is playing a little better, but offensively, I just don't think they're going to be able to hang around here. I think Patrick Mahomes, full participant. Love this play. I'm going to lay the 3.5 here with the Chiefs. Second Saturday game, let's go out to the bank. My lovely people in Baltimore hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ravens laying 6.5 here at home, minus 290 on the money line. Whew, Mike Tomlin, back-to-back road spots, back-to-back dogs, plus 6.5, plus 235 on the money line. Total 44.5. Like I said, Steelers on a back-to-back road spot. The winner, I think, here has a really great shot at winning the division. TJ Watt is playing. Pickens is out. I do worry about taking the Ravens here at this big number. They own Lamar. If you know how to scheme and play against Lamar and coach against him, they're gonna win. I feel like. And Tomlin is great after a loss. 24-11 ATS after a loss. I tried to take him in BQ and take him as an outright dog last year, but that trend didn't help against another Philadelphia team. So against Baltimore, in division rival, they know how to play each other very well. Sorry to all my Raven fans, but this is just too many points. I hope they do win, but it's going to be a close game. Give me the plus 6.5 with the Steelers. Kid, what do you like?
Dude, I love it. Give me the plus 6.5, plus 6 if you caught it early with the Pittsburgh Steelers. One thing I agree with is too many points. Don't get me wrong, the Baltimore Ravens have been playing a little better than the Steelers as of late. I give them that. Lamar Jackson's been throwing the ball a little better. Derrick Henry took a little bit slowing down just a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
But he's still Derrick fucking Henry. Pittsburgh without George Pickens, the offense is definitely taking a couple steps back. Not just one, a couple steps back. We saw Russ worst game of the season. I think he bounces back, Dale. Ravens defense is getting better, but it's not good. It's not great. Respectfully, it's not great. I think Russ could bounce back against them. Give me the plus 6.5, and Dale in the last five matchups. Dale, Steelers have won 4 straight games
Yeah.
against the Baltimore Ravens. 5 straight covering the points ATS. Last 5 straight games. They'll give me the Pittsburgh Steelers plus 6.5.
Can I ask you a question? If Lamar balls out, I know he's been owned by the Steelers, and they just have his number. I'll say this: the MVP market is closer than I think a lot of people think. I think if Lamar has another game, not saying he's going to go out there and throw 5 touchdowns, but if he goes out there, wins, dominates, covers this, throws 3 touchdowns, no turnovers, and at some point, Josh Allen has to regress just a tad. If he regresses a little bit,
does it matter at this point though?
Yeah, I think if he goes out there and wins the division, we've seen it last year.
Yeah, he could win the division. Josh Allen's still going to have a better record.
It doesn't matter. I don't think it matters to the voters. I truly don't.
Josh Allen, he has a chance for the number 1 seed. Chiefs,
but he's not going to get it.
If Chiefs lose 1 game, they got the tiebreaker. The season's not over. All I'm saying is, if they tie with, if Bills get the number 1 seed, there's no if, no ands, no buts. Still, Josh Allen won the MVP. The only shot Lamar has is winning the division, and Buffalo slips up, lose 2 out of the last 3, or lose a 1 really bad game when Josh had those 3 interceptions, something like that.
And I think that could happen. I think at some point.
Against who? Respectfully, Dill. They play us twice. They play us twice the last 3 weeks of the season.
Don't disrespect your team. I'll say this. I think the race is a little closer than most people are just giving Josh Allen the award already. I'll say that. So we're both on Pittsburgh. You taking them outright? You like them money line or no?
It's a tough spot, Dill, but the way they have been playing as of late without George Pickens, if George Pickens was in the lineup, I would have took him live dogs. They probably would have been dog of the week. Not even gonna hold you. But without George Pickens, this ain't the same offense we saw when Russ started 4-0, 5-0 for his Pittsburgh Steelers career. I think we're gonna see that offense once again, just not this week.
Let's go to Sunday. Like I said, 7 games here in the early window. And let's go out to Bengals. Another AFC North matchup. We got the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Cleveland Browns. Bengals laying 8.5. I see 7.5 out there. So shop around. Minus 490 on the money line. Plus 380 for the Browns. Total 46.5. Oh man, it's a sad one because they put to bed Jameis. Unfortunately, they bench him. Here comes DTR. How the hell are the Browns going to keep up offensively with Joe Burrow in this offense? I just don't see it. I smell a blowout here. Nick Chubb, he's done for the season. This Bengals defense isn't good, but they can take advantage of a bad quarterback and force him into some turnovers like DTR. I don't think he's good. I know it's a big number, but I just think the Bengals offense is too good. I laid the 7.5. I got it early. I think it's a good teaser spot as well, but I think Joe Burrow, little mad. People broke into his house. I think we smell a blowout here, kid. I'm going to lay it here with the Bengals.
Yeah, if Jameis was there, I would have took the points, but without Jameis, I just don't see the offense, the same passing game. Do I expect Jerry Jeudy to have the same numbers he's been having the last 5 to 6 weeks? No. I just don't see the passing game. Jerome Ford, can he, he's able to run the ball a little bit, yes. But
he's been okay.
Yeah, but can DTR establish a passing game? I don't know. Don't get me wrong. Cincinnati has horrible defense. Horrible. Bottom 5. We know this. But can DTR go out there and, throw for 2 something? I don't think so, though. I'm with you. I think it might be a blowout. It might be the first time Cincinnati blows somebody out all season. So I'll lay the 8.5. I think it's a great teaser spot as well. If I'm gonna be honest, if this game is close, that just shows you how bad Cincinnati defense is really.
Yeah. Oh, let's go out to Carolina. They're not a favorite anymore. They are hosting the Arizona Cardinals, another team I've learned to despise recently this last month. Cardinals laying 4.5 here on the road, minus 215 on the money line. Carolina back to being underdogs, plus 4.5 here at home, plus 180 on the money line. Total 46.5. I locked up the Panthers last week and I was made a fool of. That will never happen again. Kid, this is such an ugly game. I don't trust the offense for Arizona anymore. Their offense hasn't looked good in, I don't know, the last month. I'm also not confident in this Panther team either. They didn't perform as the favorite. So do they show up and play here as a home underdog in a bounce back spot? I don't think so. No official play, but I would lean the Cardinals here. They're still fighting for a playoff spot, so I would lay. I just think it's a big number.
Yeah, I do think it's a big number, Dill. Ugly game. I think Carolina can cover the number. I do think Arizona does win the game, Deal, but officially, give me the under 47. This is too many points. Arizona, they're a hot team. Like they play in a hot in a dome. Carolina is not the coldest place in the world, but it's gonna be a little cold, Dill. I don't expect the Carolina to light up that defense for sure, and I don't expect Kyler Murray in that offense. Like you said, Dill, they've been struggling for the past month or so. I think 47 is a lot of points. People hop on it quick before the number change. Give me the under 47 for the game.
All right, let's go to the next game. NFC East showdown. We got the Philadelphia Eagles on the road. I was gonna say nation's capital, but in Landover, Maryland, Washington Redskins hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles laying 3.5 here on the road, minus 184 on the money line, plus 154 for the home dogs. Total 45.5. Now, as much as I do like this Redskin team, I just don't think they're going to be able to compete with this Eagle team right now. They are a wagon. Defense is playing in at an enormous rate, historic rate, if I'm being honest. Jalen Hurts, he isn't turning the ball over. And Redskins, they usually beat up on bad teams. They don't really fare well against above 500 teams, which is worrisome going into the playoffs. But I have to lay the points here with the Eagles. And to be honest, kid, I think the number is a little short. I thought they would open up 5.5, maybe like the Ravens game. But it's a bit. I don't think it's a big number. I think we're getting a discount. I don't. It might be a trap, but I'm gonna lay the 3.5. This might be a lock potential too.
Yeah, Dale. Give me Philadelphia minus 3.5. I'm surprised the number is this low. Look at me, all Washington. 1-2 straight games. I understand that, people, but this ain't the same Washington we saw the first week 2 through week 10. This ain't the same team defensively. I don't know what it is, but maybe got exposed. Philadelphia has always been playing like the best team in football for a couple weeks now. Defensively, we've been seeing it top 3, top 5 defense. Jalen Hurts last week looking like he could pass the ball if Saquon gets the ball rolling. Deal and Jalen Hurts opens up the passing game like he did last week. Deal they might be the best team in football if Jalen Hurts passes the ball like that. I've been saying Josh Allen, the Bills, best team in football. Deal if Jalen Hurts keep playing the way he played last week, Saquon been running the ball the way he's been playing all season long, and the defense have been playing. Deal this might be the best team in football. I'm surprised it's at 3.5. I'm gonna be honest, people. I think you got to put this one, ladder it up. I wouldn't be surprised they win by double digits. I'll even take a sprinkle minus 9.5.
Hmm.
Philadelphia.
Let's go out to Atlanta, the ATL, the debut of Michael Penix. Joey will be at the game as well.
Yes,
And they
sir.
will be taking on the New York Giants, laying 8.5 here in his debut at home, minus 460 on the money line, plus 360 for the G-men. Total 42.5. How do you go back to the Giants? Like, even here, like, how do you back the Giants even against like a rookie quarterback? I do think Drew Lock will get to start this week. I think they're just taking turns
Doubt
every
it.
week.
Doubt it.
Even though the starter should be Tim Boyle. I think even if Penix struggles, I feel like the Falcons can just pound the rock with Bijan Robinson and win this game that way and possibly cover the number as well. So the Giants are tanking. They're not playing right now. The quarterback situation is bad. I don't like Raheem Morris as a coach, but Michael Penix does have weapons. We'll see how accurate he can be. Will he be ready, or are they just throwing him in? I can't wait to see, because this is a good test. Because if he's not ready against a Giant team, he's not going to be ready against other NFL defenses. I'll say that much. But I do think even if he does struggle, I do think they have enough talent on this team to still win this game and cover. So it's a good teaser spot. But I lay the 8.5 here with the Falcons. It's a huge number, though, for the Falcons.
I didn't do the research prior, Dill, but this might be the biggest favorite for a debut in rookie NFL history. For a rookie starting quarterback, might be the biggest favorite. I'll tell you one thing, though. For a debut, I think the Giants is the perfect team. At home, you got the G-men coming in who's looking for the lottery pick, top 3, top 2 pick. Michael Penix, this is your moment. I think I'm not saying you got to go out there and cover the number. I just feel like you got to go out there and just show potential. Have a good game. Don't You could turn the ball over. Don't make, Will Levis type turnovers. I'm not gonna go the -8.5. Don't get me wrong. Do I believe in Drew Luck? I possibly trust him a little more than Michael Penix right now. I don't know about halftime of the game, but we seen Drew Luck able to do some moves with his legs. He could make some throws though. We saw that drive last year against Philadelphia and Seattle. I'm not touching either side though. I'm gonna take my official play is gonna be Bijan Robinson over 21.5 receiving yards. Rookie quarterback. I think he's gonna dump it down, hit the check down, Bijan a couple of times. I wouldn't be surprised if Bijan busts one. I'm gonna be honest. So I think over 21.5 receiving yards for Bijan, rookie quarterback. I think this is a very low number. We know what he's capable of doing. He breaks one tackle, he could go for 40 plus. Give me Bijan Robinson over 21.5 receiving yards.
You think he struggles?
A lot of dinking and dunking. I'm not saying he struggles.
No, I'm asking you. Do you think he does? Because I think there's a world that he might. Because I don't know if I trust Raheem Morris and the front office, and I don't know because we haven't seen. I don't know if he's ready, or are they just saying fuck it? We're gonna see if he's ready.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If he goes 12 for 17, $150,
that's not enough.
That's better what Kirk Cousins did on
Monday. But that's not the standard. If you got benched for going 11 for it does.
Do better. You got to do better.
You got to do better. And I don't think that's what they're looking for. With all the talent, quote unquote, that they have, they're putting you in for a reason because they think you could bring a spark. No, but if you do identical numbers to Kirk Cousins, that's really not showing me anything.
But the difference between Kirk Cousins and Michael Penix Jr. Michael Penix Jr. is making his first career start in the NFL. Kirk Cousins has been there and done that. Kirk Cousins has $100+ million contract. Michael Penix is on a rookie deal about to make his debut. That's the difference, still. That's the difference. We expected Kirk Cousins to take you to win the division. Right now, it's looking like you're falling off the division.
Expectations are sky high though through Michael Penix. He's not a second round, third round pick. He's a top 10 pick, top 11 pick. So
I don't know too many people out there that's betting Michael Penix Jr. this weekend.
The people in the building are. The people in the ATL, they're betting on him.
Yeah,
and that's all that matters.
They got nothing else to bet on. Kirk Cousins
that's
not
the problem,
it for now.
Though. That's the problem. They don't have anything.
Michael Penix Jr. doesn't need to go out there and ball out. He doesn't need to go out there and throw for 200, 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, and run for 40. He doesn't.
I'll say this: if he throws for under 200 yards, it's a disappointing game.
It's not. He's a rookie making his debut.
It's the Giants.
It don't matter.
No, because if it was the Vikings, I'd be like, okay, whatever. Sneak out a win, be competitive, don't turn the ball over. It's one thing if it's a top 5 defense.
Let me ask you a question real quick.
Yeah.
How much better do you think the Giants are than the Raiders? Better.
A little, but not a lot.
Giants are better than the Raiders, right? In your opinion, I'm asking.
Yeah, a little, but not a lot. A little.
Okay, Kirk Cousins threw for 112 against a worser team in the Raiders on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Penix Jr. he don't need to do much. He just has to be better. That's all. He has to be better than 11 for 17, 112, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He has to be better. I think he could do that. All I'm saying is don't expect him to throw for 240, 2 tutties. He's not going to do that. If he goes out there 15 for 20, $180, and a touchdown, that's a great debut. It's a great debut.
All right. We'll see. I'm rooting for the kid. I honestly am.
Me too. I just wouldn't lay the 8.5. That's all.
No, it is a big number. It is a big number, especially with the rookie.
We gotta check if that might be the biggest spread for a rookie debut ever as a quarterback.
Let's go to Mason Rudolph. He is on the road taking on the Indianapolis Colts. They benched Will Levis, but Will Levis came out and said he believes he could still be the franchise quarterback. I don't believe you.
I respect it.
You remember? You ever seen Anchorman?
Yeah,
I don't believe you. That's the meme I thought of when he said that. I said, I don't
I
believe
genuinely
you.
believe him. You know why?
Uh,
The dude doesn't he eat
Mayo.
dude eat straight mayo. I
That's
believe
weird
him.
though. That's weird.
That's why I believe his statement.
No, I believe he's dead ass. I just
Yeah.
don't believe he has the talent to do it.
I believe he believes he
Oh,
has the.
I believe that as well.
That's all that
I
matters.
just don't believe the front office does. That's the problem. Tennessee, they are underdogs on the road. 3.5 point underdogs plus 166. Anthony Richardson favorite minus 3.5, minus 198 on the money line. Total 42.5. Kid, I'll let you lead this one off. I've been leading it off. What do you got here for this one?
This is another tough game to come down on. You know, both teams don't trust. Don't get me wrong, Mason Rudolph might be a slight upgrade. Honestly, it is an upgrade over Will Levis. Not just a slight.
It
It is an
is.
It's an
Yeah.
upgrade over Will Levis. I don't trust either side enough. Though one thing I'm gonna say, I should have went with this last week. I said it on the show. I just didn't put it in officially. This week I will. I've been getting burned all year. I have Jonathan Taylor on my fantasy. Give me Anthony Richardson anytime touchdown. Because I swear to God, people, every time they want first and goal, second and short, it's gonna be a play action or run past Reed, and Anthony Richardson is gonna keep it. I don't know why. I don't know why. I know Justin. I'm frustrated. I know Jonathan Taylor gotta be frustrated. We both from Jersey. If I'm feeling some type of way, I know he gotta be feeling some type of way. Give me Anthony Richardson anytime touchdown plus 128.
He has to redeem himself, right? I mean, that was just atrocious last week.
I know that, Dale, but Anthony Richards keep going in. First drive of the game, who they handed it off to? Not JT. JT dropped the bomb. He busted one. First and goal, second and goal. They going Anthony Richardson. I'm a little mad about it, but hey, hopefully we cash. Give me the plus 128.
I think you got to take the Colts here, right? I mean, I'm not a Mason Rudolph
You
fan,
don't gotta do
especially
nothing.
uh, it's a betting show. I got to take something. Mason Rudolph, especially on the road, and I think we're gonna see a focused bounce back game from just Jonathan Taylor, and I still think the Colts defense is, let's just say, better than
Above
average.
average.
Yeah, above average.
Yeah.
So I can't trust the Colts. I'm done with them. They're done. Yeah, I'll lay the 3.5 here at home with the Colts. Let's go to Chicago, Soldier Field. The Bears hosting the Detroit Lions. Lions riddled with injuries, but they're still laying 6.5 here on the road in a division game. Minus 295 on the money line, plus 240 for the Bears. Total 47.5. Okay, this it seems like a lot of points here, but I don't think it is. I think at the end of the day, we still got to take it. Bears, they're on a short week, and I just don't know how anyone could back the Bears. Maybe Caleb Williams rushing yards. I think that might be a lot because that offensive line is atrocious. He'll be running for his life. And I still think that the Lions defense could get some pressure and force Caleb Williams into some problems. So, I think the Lions, they can control the line of scrimmage, especially on the offensive side of the ball. The offensive line is still healthy. It's more the defense is riddled with injuries. I still think they could run the ball with Jahmyr Gibbs, and they just have too many weapons on offense against the Bears defense that has fallen off a cliff. Is Matt Eberflus being missed right now? Because as soon as he left, that defense took a hit. So I know it's outside. I know it's a dome team going outside. It's going to be cold in December, but I'm going to lay the points here with the Lions in a bounce back spot. Great teaser leg as well.
Yeah, Dale, definitely a great teaser spot here, but give me the Lions minus 6.5, -7 on the road. I think this is a perfect bounce back situation. And I know well, I don't, personally know, but I know Dan Campbell's gonna go out there and get the boys fired up. He knows the Vikings are right there, like he would say, chopping at the ankles. Vikings are live for the division, Dale. I think Detroit gonna go out there and make a statement. Like, yes, we know we lost Knuckles. We know we're dealing with a bunch of injuries defensively, but we're still the best offense in football. And defensively, they're better than we anticipated to be get this whole season. So I think if the secondary can hold up, they'll be just fine. Because no matter what, somehow, someway, Detroit's still able to get pressure on the quarterback. I think they'll be able to get after Caleb Williams. Like you said, that offensive line is terrible. Give me the -6.5, -7, whatever you could get with Detroit. Also like them in a teaser as well.
Yeah, I think it's a great teaser leg. All right, last game here on the early window. We'll go out here. We'll stay out here, actually. MetLife Stadium, New York Jets. Home dogs +128, +3 against the Los Angeles Rams. Early game for them. Laying 3, -152 on the money line. Total 46.5. The public is all over the Jets. I'd have to agree with them, kid. You got to take the Rams here. You got to lay the 3 with them on the road. The Rams off long rest. Jets coming off a win. This is the perfect time to fade the Jets. Jets defense still stinks. Mac Jones was out there moving the ball, no problem, looking like a cocky rich kid. I fucking hate Mac Jones, but god damn, he was
5-0 in his career. 5-0 in his career.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
And Stafford's going to torch this secondary. Ahmad Gardner got one lucky pick, and there's a clear coaching advantage here. So you got to take the Rams here. Their D line is still solid, and I think they're going to get to Rodgers. I watched the documentary. It makes me love the Rams even more. I'll lay the 3. Might be lock potential.
Give me the Los Angeles Rams -3. I understand this is a LA team. Don't going into a cold. It's gonna be cold. Trust me. I live in Jersey, people.
Might snow this weekend.
15 minutes away. It's gonna snow tomorrow. They'll be ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I've been ready.
It's gonna be cold. I'm gonna keep it a stack. It will be cold. But the Jets can't stop a nosebleed, people. The Rams offense. We just saw it a couple weeks ago. Put up 45 on the Bills. I understand they're coming off 12-point game in the pouring rain in San Francisco. It's probably gonna be worse conditions at MetLife. We'll see. I understand that, people. But at the end of the day, it's the Jets. It's the Jets. Give me the -3. I also like Cooper Kupp over 57 yards. He had 0 for 0 last week. I think Matthew Stafford could be like, dog, I'll take care of you. I'll take care of you. I think Sean McVay opens up. I even like Cooper Kupp catch the first pass of the game, deal plus money. But give me Cooper Kupp over 57 receiving yards, and give me the Rams -3.
All right, let's go to the 4 o'clock window, and we will start in Seattle. Seahawks hosting the Minnesota Vikings. Vikings road favorites -3 on the road, -154 on the money line, +130 for the Seahawks. Total 42.5. Geno Smith was a full participant today in practice. Looks like he will go, but still a little banged up here, kid. Vikings on short rest. Might be looking ahead to the Packers next week as well. Huge game for them. But they need every game because they have a legit shot at the number 1 seed. We talked about it the other day. And on the other side, I just can't figure out the Seahawks. The few weeks they'll look good, then they'll look so bad. Brian Flores' defense against a banged up Geno Smith. Why is the number only -3? I'm done with Seattle. I'm going to lay the 3 here with the Vikings. This might be my favorite play of the week. Give me the Vikings.
Dale, I'm right with you, right back again. Give me Minnesota -3 on the road. Minnesota's been one of the best teams in football all year. We can't deny it. Sam Darnold has been proving the doubters wrong. Aaron Jones been running the ball great. We've seen Jordan Addison emerge. We already know with Justin Jefferson who he is. And TJ Hawkinson, slowly but surely, getting healthy, right back on schedule, though. He's looking much better week in and week out. And with Seattle, I was on him early on. These past few weeks hasn't looked the same. Kenneth Walker is questionable, so that's a upgrade there. Can Geno Smith go out there and outscore this Minnesota team? I know Minnesota is gonna go out there and put up some points. I don't think so, Dill. Give me the -3 with Minnesota. One thing I will say, Jackson Smith has been special. I do like his over 64.5. Not sure if I'm gonna go there officially. I gotta see how Geno looks. If he's out there pregame and everything looks good, his ankle looks fine, I'll probably take the 64. But if Geno looks a little stiff out there, I'm not sure, Dill. But I like them over 64.5 for Jackson Smith as well.
All right, let's go to the AFC East for that matter. Buffalo Bills hosting the New England Patriots. Bills laying 2 touchdowns, -14.5 here at Orchard Park. 12-1 on the money line, +750 for your Patriots. Total 46.5. Okay, can your team keep this one close?
I got a question for you. Is this going to be one of the games he's going to blow the MVP deal? I'm
He
trying to
might.
figure it out.
He
I'm
might.
trying. I'm surprised you're. One thing I'll say, I'm surprised you're this big of a dog. Plus 14 is a little disrespectful, deal. Respectfully,
Is it?
Yeah. Because second half we come on. Don't get me wrong. First half we don't show up. Second half we come on, Dill. Give me the second half plus 6.5. That's what I'm doing. That's how you got to play the Patriots, people. I'll be watching. We come out slow. You know, we it's probably like a, you know, I'm gonna assume it's gonna be a. Now Buffalo been tweaking. I'm gonna say 20-7 halftime, and then we just gonna march on, score a couple points. Buffalo's gonna take their foot off the gas, and we're gonna backdoor cover the second half. Deal. Give me the plus 6.5 second half cover.
Yeah, Pats are dead. And they're waiting for the draft. They got to get Travis Hunter, but 14 points is a lot for any team in the NFL. I don't know what to do here, Elvis. I was going back and forth with this game. Can your team keep it somewhat competitive? And like I was alluding to earlier, at what point are the Bills going to have a letdown spot? 8 games straight with 30-plus points. I get that they need these games for the number 1 seed, but Bills coming off a very physical game versus the Lions. You know I like to fade teams the following week after following the week playing the Lions. Divisional game, 14 points is a lot. Fuck it. I'll take the 14 as well. Come on, Drake May. The problem I have with Drake May, I think he's good. I think he has all the tools to be a successful quarterback. I just want to see it in the first half. I want to see it not in garbage time.
He ain't there yet. He's a rookie. He ain't there yet. We need a true number 1. I've been saying it for weeks. Who we need, Dill? I know you know.
T. Higgins.
Come on now. Say it with me. What about T. Higgins?
T. Higgins.
Send him. Give him that bag. That's when we're going to see him take that next step. You get him a true number 1. We're going to have some injuries coming back from the offensive line as well next season. We shore up the offensive line. We get him a true number 1. Draft Travis Hunter. Have the best 2 corners in all of football. I think we'll be all right in a couple of years.
All right, let's go to
real quick. Give me Hunter Henry over 41.5 yards, people. I think he hit this number, 4 out of the last 6 weeks, something like that. We know Drake May loves himself, Hunter Henry. And late game, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a bunch of garbage time yards.
That's the problem.
Yeah,
that's been the problem that I've seen with Drake May. And
over 41.5 receiving yards, Hunter Henry.
Let's go down to Miami. A little warmer down there. Dolphins hosting the San Francisco 49ers. To pick them, but Dolphins short favorites here at home, -1.5, -112 on the money line, -106 for the 49ers. Total 44.5. Damn, this fucking game stinks. Like we mentioned at the top, but who's going to be the running back for the Niners? Everyone is hurt. They aren't technically dead, but they're not making it. Same thing with the Dolphins, and I've sworn them off. Tua's regress. He can only beat bad teams. And I'm starting to think Mike McDaniel isn't a good coach either. I hate this game so much, but this is a betting show. I just don't know where the points are going to come from for the 49ers. I hate it, but I would take the Dolphins here. But this game stinks.
I don't hate it. I don't love it. Give me the Dolphins -110 on the money line. They still got a small, very small chance. I think they're going to execute. I think they bounce back. Let's not forget, people. They would have won that game against Houston if Tua doesn't turn the ball over 3 times. Where, Dill? Where? In the red zone. That's the issue. Back in Miami, I think they take care of those issues, Dill. I think they score a couple points in the red zone. Give me Miami -110 on the money line.
All right. Last 4:00 game. We'll head out to Vegas. The Raiders hosting the Jacksonville Jaguars. Game of the week. Raiders favorites, huh? -124 +106 for the Jags. Total 40.5. I think you got to take the Jags here. Raiders stink. And they're tanking for Shedeur Sanders. And we got Mac Jones, cocky Mac Jones, Catholic school preppy white boy out here slinging the rock, moving the ball. And Elvis, why hasn't the Jags fired Dougie Peterson? Is he
He's a
going to keep
legend.
his job?
Of course. Super Bowl winning coach.
I'll say this: he's a much better coach than Antonio Pierce. I think they fumbled the bag with that. And the Raiders, they don't care. They're actively tanking for the number 1 pick. They've lost 11 in a row. I think the wrong team is favored, kid. You got to take the Jags here, outright dogs.
I agree with you. You know, Raiders definitely. I'm going to say tanking. I'm not going to say anybody's taking. I would just say they got their eyes on the number 1 pick, you know? Jacksonville.
That's
right
funny.
now, what, second, third, Giants number 2, Las Vegas, all they got to do is lose out. It should, whoever they want. Pick whoever you want. We think it's going to be Shador. I think it's Shador. Raiders, if you go out there win this game, I'll tell you what. It's
that's a fireable offense.
Who was it? Who did it?
The Jets.
No, Lovey Smith. Was it Lovey Smith? He with the Houston Texans. Gave him the 2nd overall pick, which turned out to be a blessing because they probably would have drafted Bryce Young. Remember, they won their last game of the year.
Yeah.
Don't forget that. They won their last game of the year.
And they got C.J. Stroud.
Lovey Smith, yeah. And they got C.J. Stroud. Look how things worked out. I say Jacksonville wins the game. I think this is a perfect T spot as well because let's just say Raiders go out there and win the game. They ain't winning it by a touchdown. They ain't winning it. They could win it by a touchdown. That's why I said it's the perfect T spot, Bill. You get the hook. They ain't winning more than a touchdown. Give me Jacksonville on the money line and a perfect on the teaser.
Let's go out to the Big D for Sunday Night Football. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on the road in the Big D. And I'm not talking about the other D. I'm talking about Dallas. Dallas Cowboys hosting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Dallas home puppies plus 164 on the money line, plus 3.5. Bucks laying 3.5, minus 196. Total 48.5. I like the Bucks here, kid. On the road, Todd Bowles is going to dice Cooper Rush up. I know we've been saying, he's been playing a little better here, but Cowboys stink at home. Coming off a win, I think this is the perfect time to fade the Cowboys here. And honestly, I think Mike McCarthy saved his job. If I'm being honest, I think in the beginning if they kept losing, he would have probably been fired at the end of the year, but maybe they win another game or two, 7-8 wins. He might keep his job. I don't think he should, but I think he's done enough to keep his job. But I like the Bucks here. I think Todd Bowles is going to dice up Cooper Rush, and I think he's really going to put him into pressure. So, give me the Bucks here. I think they're just going to run it down their throat with Bucky Irving. Minus 3.5 for the Bucks.
Yeah, give me the Bucks minus 3.5, minus 4, whatever you can get. I'm pretty sure by this weekend it's going to be at 4. Wouldn't be surprised if it gets to 4.5 as well. Tampa Bay Bucks has been rolling ever since Mike Evans returned from injury. They've been getting the ball running game going as well. Bucky Irving, Rashad Wright been running the ball as well. And they defensively, honestly, they got no Antonio Whitfield in the back end, but they've been doing their thing, Dill. Cowboys, I've been saying it for a couple of weeks. I like Cooper Rush. I think he's a great backup, and I honestly hope some team out there gives him opportunity to start. If I'm Dallas, man, I got to see Trey Lance for 2 reasons. One, is he going to be my backup moving forward? And 2, if he's not, let's see if I could use him for trade bait. Maybe a team goes out there, hey, I could use some of that. He could go out there and ball. Who knows? If I'm Dallas, I'm putting Trey Lance out there to see if I could get a little return on my investment, possibly a 4th, 5th, maybe a 6th round pick. But give me the Buccaneers minus 3.5, minus 4, minus 4.5 if it gets there. I think the Bucks steamroll them.
Let's go to Monday Night Football. Ugly one. We'll head up to Green Bay. Packers hosting the New Orleans Saints. Packers laying 2.5 touchdowns, minus 14.5 at home, 11-1 on the money line, plus 700 for the Saints. Total 42.5. Another stinker of a game. Spencer Rattler, like I said at the top of the show, he will get the start. Taysom Hill is out. Carr's out. Kamara is out. I don't want to back either side. I think it's a lot of points. Everyone stinks on the Saints. Packers, like I said, I think it might be a look-ahead spot as well. They have that huge game next week versus the Vikings. It was like the 49ers, how I came down on the Dolphins. How is the Saints going to put up numbers and keep it competitive without Alvin Kamara? It's going to be freezing in Green Bay Monday night. A dome team playing outside in December. Yeah, I think we see a blowout here. It's ugly, but I actually would lay the 14.5 with the Packers at home.
It's just too many points. You know how I feel about the Packers. This is just too many points, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong. We saw it last week. Did the Commanders take the foot off the gas? Possibly, but they did backdoor cover, though. They fucked up my teaser. I had my teased them down to -1.5. They couldn't even cover the 1.5. I'm kind of mad they didn't go for the win. I mean, I'm kind of mad they didn't win. I think 14.5 is too many points. Even with the Patriots, I think this is too many points. It's a little disrespectful. Don't get me wrong, Green Bay, that good of a team? Yeah. But 14.5 is too many points. I'm going to just stay away. If I had to pick a side, I honestly would probably take the points. But give me Romeo Dobbs over 39.5 receiving yards. You saw him come back from injury, scored 2 touchdowns last week, and also go over this mark. I'm not saying he's going to go for a couple touchdowns, but I think he goes over the mark once again. 39.5. I think this number is too short. I think Green Bay goes out firing and then ease into the second half. I think Romeo Dobbs, another good game.
Kid, thank you so much. Hey, let's have a great week 16. Let's transition to bowl season before we get into the college playoffs and the 4 games that's going on over the weekend. Any bowl games for Thursday and Friday for you? We got Georgia and Southern, Sam Houston. We got Tulane and Florida, Jacksonville State, Ohio. Anything here for those bowls?
Yeah, on Friday night though, tomorrow night, I'm taking Iowa versus Notre Dame. I'm gonna take
Indiana.
Iowa.
Wait,
And,
before, yeah,
that's Friday.
before, yeah. Well, before the playoff. That's a playoff game.
Oh, my fault. My fault.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Well, real quick, I do like Florida here. I got them I got them -12.5. The numbers come actually the other way. It's -10 right now. In the Tampa Bowl, kind of a home game for them. Tulane, a lot of players entered the transfer portal as well, which I don't like. How I get why the transfer portal is when it is, but it's so stupid that it's before the season's over. They do it because of school, acting like these kids are fucking not employees at this point with the NIL. So it's kind of fucking stupid. But yeah, I do like Florida. I lay the 10. I got a bad number. I got it earlier in the week at -12.5, thinking the line was gonna actually go in my favor. It went the other way. So yeah, that was the first play I had. Yeah, let's get to it. First college playoff game. It is Notre Dame, number 7, hosting number 10, Indiana. It is, I think you can find it on ABC and ESPN, 8 p.m. here on Friday night. It's an in-state rival with Notre Dame being in Indiana. It's only a short drive as well. Indiana dogs, +7. Notre Dame laying 7 at home. Gonna be a snowy game here. Total 52.5. Kid, I wrote an article about this one. I love it. Total seems a little high, like I said. And all I've been hearing up to this game is how much Notre Dame is going to dominate Indiana. But from watching this Hoosier team all season, I just don't see that how that happens. The one concern I do have backing Indiana is how this offensive line is going to handle Notre Dame's defensive front, because they are really good. I think they can get some pressure. I think you got to take the points here. I think they're live outright. I took the +7.5. I'm going to take them on the money line as well. I don't think Notre Dame's wide receivers on the outside are going to cause a problem for Indiana's secondary. Indiana, number 1 in the country in the rush defense in college football. I'm also not the biggest Riley Leonard fan either. He's from the South, and now in these conditions, in a cold, snowy game, I trust a quarterback from Indiana who's from Canada, who's more equipped to handle these conditions. I think he might play better than Riley Leonard as well. So give me Indiana plus the points, and I think they're live outright.
Dale, give me Indiana +7. Whatever you could get. I think they're live dogs as well. You know how I feel about Notre Dame. I'm even surprised they're number 5. They're wrong. They had a good season. I think Indiana's just, in my opinion, just built for this. They're a little better of a team, in my opinion. And when the last time Notre Dame won a big game?
Never.
It's been years. It's been years. It's probably middle school, Dale. Give me Indiana +7, and give me Indiana pull off the upset +245 on the money line.
It's the most expensive game to get into right now. The cheapest ticket $496 to get into the game. It's a lot.
You know what that's called?
White privileged.
Took the words out of my mouth.
Let's go to the second game, second playoff game here. We're on Saturday now, December 21st, and we'll go to noon kickoff, and this is so ugly. It's on TNT. Now, I don't know
Getting
why.
to it. They're getting to it.
No, but it's so bad. It's a play. Now, I understand if it's a bowl game, but this is the first round of the playoffs. Like, it has to be on ESPN or ABC. They got the FCS playoffs on ESPN as opposed to this. That's sad. We'll head out to Happy Valley, Beaver Stadium, Penn State, laying 8.5 here against SMU and the Ponies. Total 53.5, kid. I gotta take the SMU. I think they're live outright as well. These spreads are too big. We mentioned it a few weeks ago. This spread is just too big for a team that starts off so slow in a Penn State, and a team that starts and plays extremely fast tempo. SMU could get out to a big lead here, kid. I know it's a Texas team going up north in a cold condition, but I like SMU here, kid. I think if they get one or two stops, I like SMU on the money line first quarter. I think it's plus 150. Exactly what I was telling you about. Penn State usually takes about second, third quarter to get going here. SMU is extremely fast paced. I think they could get out going. Give me the Ponies plus 8.5. I like them first quarter money line as well, kid. What do you like here?
Give me the plus 8.5 with SMU. You know how I feel about Penn State. Also think they're a little fraudulent as well. 8.5 is too many points. I understand why, but come on. It's the first round of the playoff. I think SMU deserves to be here. You know how I feel about Penn State. James Franklin. When the last time he won a big game?
Never.
Come on, people. Give me the plus 8.5 with SMU. Give me the plus 260 on the money line. Also think they're live dogs. I also like if you tease both SMU and Indiana. I think I love that as well. A lot of dogs first round. That's all I'm gonna say.
Let's go to 4:00. Another game on TNT. We'll head out to beautiful Austin, Texas. Longhorns hosting number 12 Clemson. Texas laying 12 double digits. Total 51.5. Yeah, you might think I'm crazy, but I'm going to take Clemson. I've been fading Texas all year. This team is just not that good in my opinion. We saw them lose to Georgia in the SEC championship. They don't have Georgia's number at all. And Clemson, Dabo, say what you want about Dabo, but him as a double-digit underdog, no way. No way. I'll take the plus 12. I just think it's too many points here. I think they're live outright as well. It wouldn't surprise me if they go out and beat. I don't trust Steve Sarkisian and a big game. So I think he's a good play caller, but you got to put in Arch Manning. Quinn Ewers ain't the guy. I'm sorry. But, yeah, give me Clemson plus 12.
One thing I will say, it is too many points, but I think Texas wins this game. I will say I do lean the plus 11, 12 with Clemson. I just don't think they're live dogs here. Yeah, does the offense possibly run a little better with Arch Manning? Yeah, maybe. But I think you gotta at least let the kid give him a shot. Though you gotta give him a shot. Clemson, I think this is it. This is it. I think they overachieved this season, did way better than I anticipated. But I 12, 12 points is just too many. I understand it's college playoff. Texas has been dominated all year. But I think this is too many points. I do think they lose, but I like the plus points as well. Which you do. Not taking it officially, but I do like that.
Game of the night. Best game in the first round. We got number 8 Ohio State taking on number 9 the Volunteers of Tennessee at the shoe in Columbus, Ohio. Ohio State laying 7.5. You could get sevens out there. I see sevens chalky minus 115. Total 45.5. Kid, I want to hear what you got to say before I go.
This was a tough one to pick. I'm be honest, though. I like Ohio State a lot. But to win by a touchdown plus after they got embarrassed against Michigan, at home just a couple of weeks ago. I think that still is going to be in the back of their heads some way, somehow. You might hate me because of this still, but I like Tennessee. Give me the plus 7.5. I have a feeling Ohio State
Mm,
are still a little, let's just say, winded from that loss. We just saw the lawmakers in the great state of Ohio pass.
good,
It's a felony to plant the
good,
flag. Pussies. Give me
good.
Tennessee plus 7.5. And I'm be honest, kind of hope they lose this game just because of that
It's
loss.
a damn shame that people are planting flags like that. That's all I'll have to say about that. Now the trend that I've been saying, I've liked the dogs here. I think all the spreads are too much, but not in this one, kid. I love Ohio State. I'm gonna lay the 7 here, minus 115. Think back 2 years with with CJ Stroud when they lost to Michigan and they had 2 weeks or 3 weeks to prepare for Georgia. Yeah, they lost, but they were extremely focused and it was a fantastic game and they put up a lot of points.
Yeah,
This
but he
volunteer
ain't CJ Stroud though.
No, Will Howard is not, but this team has all the capability of winning a national championship. Yes, they fell flat. I don't know what it is. Their ball shrinking when they play Michigan. I really don't know what it is. Ryan Day, he should just
Fraud.
not come home if he is a fraud. If he just can't beat Michigan. He's another one. You mentioned James Franklin. When has Ryan Day ever won a big game? But I'll say this: Volunteers are kind of fraudulent as well. Look at the strength of the schedule; they're not that good. All their fans are saying they're 30% of the horseshoe is going to be in orange. We're buying up all the tickets. I doubt it. I don't think it will be a factor, even if we do see a sea of orange in there. It doesn't matter. On paper, Ohio State has one of the best rosters in the country. I think they show up. I think they are extremely focused. I think we're going to see a bounce back effort. I think we see a blowout 24-7, something like that. I think the game goes under. It's going to be a cold weekend over here in the East and in the Midwest. So I think I lean under, but I smell a blowout. I'll lay the 7 here with the Buckeyes. Monday, you want to do anything for Monday? There is one game I like. It's at 11 in the morning. It's the Conway, South Carolina, down by Joey. It's the Myrtle Beach Bowl.
Nah.
Coastal Carolina at UTSA. I lay it with the UTSA Roadrunners. Everyone in the portal for Coastal Carolina, and even though it's a home game, everyone is on break. Everyone transferred. The coach wind up transferring and getting a new job as well.
Damn.
You got. That's what I don't like. That's why some of these games stink, in my opinion. So I take UTSA here with laying the 10. It is a big number, but it is at Myrtle Beach. So nice getaway here for the Roadrunners as well. Nice little Christmas break for them. We do have another game, 2:30. It's the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. I love that was one of my favorite bowls because they get a trophy full of potatoes. I'm a big potato guy, kid. I mean, that's that and the Cheez-It Bowl. The Cheez-It Bowl is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But we got Northern Illinois taking on Fresno State. It is on Boise, Idaho, obviously, on the blue turf. I gotta take Fresno State here, plus the 3, kid. I think it's a little too many points. I like Fresno State coming on late in the season as well. Not as many guys entering the transfer portal either for them. So a lot of their guys here, kid. And you could get into that bowl for as low as $23. Cheap to go to the Idaho Potato Bowl. You got nothing to do over there if you're in Idaho. But kid, that's all I got for the bowl season. We'll have more plays on Monday. We got the Hawaii Bowl. We got Rutgers. Rutgers is in the rate bowl. They play on Thursday as well. Navy's in a bowl game as well. So we'll take a look at the rest of the bowl season come on Sunday. Kid, let's transition to the NBA. 3 games here on a Friday. What are we thinking here?
Dale, early look ahead. Bucks were plus 4.5. Now they shot up to 7.5. Looking like Chris Middleton not going to be able to go. Got to see what other news is going to pop up, Dale. But if Dame, Giannis, everybody else is able to go, but Chris Middleton, I do like the plus 7.5 on the road. I think the Bucks are going to show people, hey, this is just not a cup run. We here. We're for real. And like I said, I like what I saw in the cup, especially in that second half, from not just Giannis, the whole team. Give me the Bucks plus 7.5. Like I said, if Giannis, Dame, and rest of the guys are playing, and Chris Middleton most likely is gonna be out. Next game, Joel Embiid, Paul George in the same lineup. It's a little exciting. Tyrese Maxey as well. All of them are gonna be healthy.
They
I think
stink.
I think for the first time all year, I honestly thought Joel Embiid was gonna be out the sideline for a little longer period of time. Glad to see him back. Honestly, gonna be tuning into this game because LaMelo Ball has been electric. 9.5 is a lot of points. I might have to just lay the 9.5. Maxi, Paul George, Embiid. And this is the type of game where Embiid could possibly dominate it. I understand he's just coming back from the injury, but this team's been missing him all year. Wouldn't be surprised if the 76ers, now that they're healthy, finally get the ball rolling. Give me the 76ers. Feeling might lay the 9.5. Not there just yet, but I'm kind of leaning that way. And then the last game, OKC taking on the Miami Heat. OKC does play tonight, so it kind of worries me. They're going to be playing off a back-to-back after, they're taking that loss in the Cup final. I'm gonna take Miami Heat, dog of the day. Give me the Miami Heat plus 102 on the money line. I feel like they're gonna sit a couple players possibly tomorrow. They just played the Cup the other night. They're gonna play tonight. Who they play tonight again? I forgot. Got to be somebody close to Florida. Yeah, they play the Magic. The Magic are going to play them tough. I even like the Magic tonight, plus 6.5 against OKC. But I like Miami a little better tomorrow. They play in Orlando tonight. It's going to be a tough game in Miami as well. Some of the players might enjoy the nightlife. Thursday night, it's Thursday still. You know how that goes. Give me the Miami Heat, dogs.
I don't know how it goes anymore. I've had my days.
Yeah, you know how it goes. Don't matter anymore. You've been there, done that.
Long time ago, kid. But kid, thank you so much. Good luck. It's gonna be a hell of a weekend. It's the best time of the year. But yeah, any last words, departing words before we get up out of here, kid?
Yeah, happy holidays to everybody. I know people out there celebrate a bunch of things. So happy holidays to you and your families out there.
Absolutely. Well, good luck to you. Good luck to everyone. Good luck. God bless. And we'll see you guys on Monday. Peace.